The exhibition SEXTANT, which is Julie Mehretu's fourth exhibition with White Cube, consists of a suite of large-scale paintings all made in the last year and prints that she's worked on with the master printmaker Gemini in LA. The last few years have seen quite a distinct departure in the artist's work. I think that in part was influenced by the experience of working on the enormous scale of the commission she did for SF MoMA, and also informed by the process of making these prints. But perhaps the biggest influence on the new departure we see in this exhibition here is really the temperature of our times. I think Mehretu felt that the current of our times demanded some response, and that somehow that needed to find its way into the paintings. Almost all of the paintings, in fact, begin with an image taken from news footage, images of the wildfires in California, of protests in London against the Muslim travel ban. Those images, some of which have been, reproduced many, many times, and are among those that have assaulted us all in the last few years. She's blurred and distorted in Photoshop to the point of unrecognizability. But then those photographs are screen printed onto the canvas and become the scaffolding for the gestural abstraction that she adds on top of them. And so what's left of the image are these hazes of colour that show through the mark making and brush strokes on top. Even though the painting's not about that event, somehow they're infused or even haunted by that energy, by the violence, or by the outrage and protest in response to it. On top of that screen-printed image, Mehretu adds this extraordinarily wide vocabulary of mark and gesture. There are elements that are created in Photoshop and then screen-printed on top. There's airbrushing, there's even hand marks and finger marks, any kind of mark making that you can imagine. In doing so, she's consciously in dialogue with the history of modernist abstraction, quoting from the language of abstraction, as well as from graffiti, from calligraphy, all kinds of sign and language. The effect of the surface is constant motion. There's nowhere for the eye to rest. We're searching these shifting layers. And Mehretu has talked about trying to slow down the experience of looking at a painting, encouraging us to take more time. These remarkable paintings really ignite the possibility of abstraction being engaged and grounded in the social and political.